Okay, let's dive in. You know that feeling, right? You want to use all this amazing new learning tech, these cutting-edge experiences,
Mm.
but actually implementing it. It feels overwhelmingly complex. Takes forever.
Yeah, it's a common frustration, a real bottleneck for innovation in education and training, actually.
Exactly. Which brings us to our topic today. We're looking at something called the EON-MCP AI Academy Builder. It's from Eon Reality.
Right?
And our mission, basically, is to figure out how this thing supposedly makes creating custom XR learning environments, well, easier, less like rocket science.
And we're basing this on the details from their announcement, correct?
That's the plan, pulling out the key bits from what they've released.
Okay, so let's start with the problem they're trying to solve. What are those big headaches for people wanting to use advanced XR for learning?
Yeah, good place to start. So the announcement highlights a few major ones. First, just the sheer technical complexity. You often need specialist skills, XR developers, that sort of thing.
Which not every institution has readily available.
Definitely not. Then there's the time. We're talking like 3 to 6 months just to get a basic setup running,
Wow, that's a huge chunk of time.
isn't it? And obviously that means big budgets, it's resource heavy. Plus, getting it to play nice with your existing systems, that can be a nightmare,
Integration is always a challenge.
always. And on top of all that, the tech itself changes so fast, you feel like you're constantly trying to catch up.
Those are definitely significant barriers. They stop a lot of potential value from being unlocked. So how does this Academy Builder claim to tackle these?
Well, this is where it gets interesting. Their big idea is, forget the long development cycles. They're proposing you deploy these custom XR environments just by talking to an AI assistant.
Talking to it, like a conversation.
Yeah, that's the core concept, a one-conversation deployment system.
Okay, how does that actually work? Sounds a bit sci-fi.
Well, they mentioned two key things enabling it. Their Model Context Protocol, or MCP, and advanced AI agent technologies. The user basically describes what they need in, plain English.
Natural language.
Exactly. And the AI supposedly handles the rest.
That's quite a claim. I saw the quote from Dan Lajerskar, EON Reality's chairman. He called it their most significant advancement.
Right. And he specifically mentioned cutting that implementation time from months down to potentially a single day through this conversational AI.
A single day. That would fundamentally change the economics and accessibility, wouldn't it?
Totally. If it works as advertised, it's a game changer.
So let's unpack the features that make this possible. What are the key capabilities they're highlighting?
Okay, so first is that natural language deployment we mentioned. Educators just articulate their curriculum needs conversationally.
Instead of needing to learn complex software interfaces or coding.
Right. Then there's autonomous orchestration. Sounds fancy, but I think it just means the AI does all the technical heavy lifting behind the scenes.
Selecting modules, configuring them, connecting them.
Yeah, all that stuff, which is what cuts down the time and the need for, deep technical expertise.
But you're not just handing it over blindly, are you? Is there visibility?
Good question. They mentioned transparent execution through an intuitive dashboard. So you can apparently see what the AI is doing, monitor its progress.
That's important for trust and control. Okay, what else?
Comprehensive integration. This builder isn't standalone. It taps into Eon Reality's whole suite of existing products.
So it leverages their EON XR platform, the AI Mentor, Career Compass, and all those.
Exactly. Which means it can pull in existing content and tools to build a richer environment faster.
That makes sense. Creates a more complete solution right away.
And the last big capability list is adaptive intelligence. The system actually learns.
Learns what? Institutional preferences.
Yeah, things like your specific needs, curriculum patterns, maybe even the style of your existing materials. It gets smarter and more tailored over time.
Right. I saw Mats Johansson from EON mention their MCP standard creates a plug-and-play system and an open ecosystem. That sounds like it supports this idea of ongoing improvement and integration.
Okay, so we have the problem, the conversational solution, and the key features. Maybe we could briefly touch on how it uses some of those other ELN products, just to make it more concrete.
Sure. Take the main EON XR platform. That's where the interactive 3D content lives, right? Designed for faster learning.
Learn, train, perform, I think they call it.
Right. The builder can automatically set this up for specific subjects. It can even take, say, your existing PowerPoint slides or PDFs and convert them into basic XR experiences.
Okay, that's pretty useful. What about the AI mentor, Brainy?
Yeah, Brainy. It acts like a digital tutor, offering personalized help within the XR environment. The builder integrates it seamlessly, so learners get instant support.
And it goes beyond just the core learning content, too. with things like the Career Compass.
Absolutely. The Career Compass helps map skills to jobs. The builder can integrate this to create XR-enhanced training pathways aligned with specific career goals.
Makes the training more relevant.
Exactly. And similarly, the Entrepreneur Guide, which is a sort of step-by-step incubator for business ideas, can be tailored by the builder for specific programs and boosted with XR simulations or exercises.
And you mentioned people could even build things themselves
Okay.
without code.
That's the EON Vibe Coder. It's a no-code platform. The builder can integrate this so students, maybe in a business or design course, can prototype apps just by describing them. No coding needed.
Wow. Okay. And finally, analytics.
Yeah, EON Analytics and Insights. The builder sets up dashboards to track learner performance, completion rates, areas of difficulty, all that crucial data customized for the specific academy.
So it really pulls together a whole ecosystem. It's not just one piece of tech.
Precisely. The power seems to be in that orchestration.
Now, you mentioned AI agents earlier. What's the structure behind this conversational brain?
They describe a multi-agent architecture. Think of it like a specialized AI team. There's a director agent overseeing everything, interpreting your initial request.
Kind of the project manager.
Sort of, yeah. Then a content agent focuses on analyzing and transforming your learning materials. An integration agent connects all the different EON components together.
Okay.
A testing agent checks that everything works correctly. And finally, a learning agent observes how the academy is used and feeds that back to improve the whole system over time.
A whole team of AIs working together. It sounds quite sophisticated.
It does, and they've structured the deployment into 5 phases for the user.
Right. Let's quickly run through those. What are they?
Okay, first is the input phase. That's where you have the conversation, describe what you need in natural language.
The main interaction for the educator.
Pretty much. Then comes the discovery phase, where the AI figures out which EON tools and content are required.
Okay.
Third is the assembly phase. The AI automatically configures and connects everything.
The autonomous orchestration bit.
Exactly. Fourth is the refinement phase. Here, the faculty or trainers can review what the AI has built and suggest tweaks or changes.
So there's still a human check.
Crucial step. And finally, the deployment phase. Once everyone's happy, the academy goes live. The key thing is that the user's main effort is upfront description and final review.
Seems much simpler than a traditional 6-month project.
That's certainly the promise.
Now, the big question, does it actually work? Do they have any proof points, any results from people who've used it?
They do share some results from early implementations, which sound pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, for instance, a university engineering department apparently cut their XR development time by 85%. 85%. And saw a 32% improvement in student mastery.
Wow, that's huge. 85% time saving.
I know. Then there's a global manufacturing company. They used it to standardize safety training across loads of sites and saw a 45% drop in safety violations.
Okay, that's a tangible safety impact.
Definitely. Also, a medical training center used it to increase practice opportunities, which led to a 52% decrease in critical mistakes made by trainees.
Again, really significant outcomes. Anything else?
One more, a technology incubator using the Entrepreneur Guide part saw higher survival rates for the startups and mentors could reach more people.
Those numbers really do paint a compelling picture if they hold up more broadly.
They certainly provide strong initial validation for the platform's potential impact on efficiency and learning effectiveness.
So what's next for this Academy Builder? Do they talk about a roadmap?
Yeah, briefly. It looks like continuous improvement. Later this year and into 2025, they expect to release the core platform with the natural language deployment and basic integrations.
Okay, so the main functionality is rolling out soon?
Seems so. Then later in 2025, they're focusing on enhancing the AI's intelligence, better understanding, more advanced orchestration.
You're making it smarter.
Right. And into 2026, they plan broader integration, including third-party content, which could be interesting.
That buns it up a bit more.
Yeah. And further out, things like advanced content generation, maybe generative XR assets, and eventually moving towards a more autonomous, self-optimizing ecosystem.
Sounds ambitious. So if someone listening is thinking, okay, I want to check this out, is it available now?
According to the announcement, yes. The EON-MCP AI Academy Builder is available now, and they offer flexibility. You can deploy it in the cloud or on your own premises.
Good to have options. Okay,
Yeah.
So wrapping this up, the big takeaway seems to be that this EON platform is really pushing the boundary on making complex XR learning creation much, much simpler.
Absolutely. Using conversational AI to drastically cut down time, cost, and technical barriers, it's about democratizing access to this powerful technology.
Yeah. So for you listening, if you're looking for ways to innovate in learning or training but feel held back by the tech side, this conversational approach could be a really interesting development to watch. It potentially offers a much faster path to creating those engaging, effective experiences.
And potentially leading to better learning outcomes, as those results suggest.
Right. Which leads to that final thought. How could this level of rapid deployment building learning environments through conversation? How might that fundamentally change education and training down the line?
What new kinds of learning experiences become possible when the creation process is this different?
Exactly. What doors does it open for you? Definitely something to think about.
A very exciting prospect.
It really is. If you want to dig deeper into the specifics, EON Reality has a white paper on the EON-MCP AI Academy Builder available for download.
And their main website, of course, is www.eonreality.com.
Yeah, check out the website. They also have their on podcast and a blog called EON-R, spoken with more info. Lots to explore if this has piqued your interest.